I'm here with Luke from Marche, which is a board game cafe in Melbourne. Luke, can you tell us a little bit about the cafe?
Well, you come, you play board games, or you do karaoke, get a coffee. That's about it.
This is the place that me and some friends have been quite a few times. A lot of games I've liked, but can you tell us a little bit about what sort of groups of people, what sort of ages, what sort of games they're interested in?
Groups tend to be 4 to 10, and then lots and lots of couples. Age groups tend to be under 18s a little bit, but mostly just because we're right next to the uni. We get lots of uni students, and then some older people coming in and looking at the monopolies.
Do you find that there's a sort of balance between people who are sort of, playing more sort of hobby games and those who are playing more sort of traditional board games like Monopoly?
Yep. Most people will start with a traditional game, and then I'll try to get in there and teach them something new, just because I want the hobby to become more mainstream.
So if, a couple are coming in and they play Monopoly, they play Cluedo, they played all those sort of games, what sort of games are you recommending or trying to teach them while they're here? Try to get a gauge of what they are interested in, what they like from the games that they've played already. In general, that means if they've played Settlers of Catan, they'll like Mache. If they like Monopoly, they'll like Mache. It's mostly Mache. Lots of tile-laying games as well are really easy to get into, like Calico. It's really easy to get people into the Cats on the Box because it's just really cute and pretty simple to get into. Do you find that you have people that become regulars who, you might sort of start them off in Machikoro and then they've gone on to other games and they sort of come back?
Yeah, absolutely. That exact thing has happened. Where I can teach them a couple games and they enjoy it, and so they come back for some more recommendations or just to try something that they've seen, and they are thinking about buying, but don't want to invest all that money in it. And then oftentimes I can teach it to them.
Which I guess if you have someone who's going to tell you some of the rules and sort of show you how to do it, it sort of makes it a little bit easier to get over that hurdle. The library is pretty extensive. What's some sort of hidden gems or some of your favorites in there?
Well, I like the heavy strategy games. So things that never come off the shelves, like Zolkin, Root, are the ones that I really want people to play, but it would take forever to teach it to them anyway. So Arboretum is really interesting. Lots of people ask for specifically card games, but Arboretum has a shocking amount of strategy in it for such a simple game.
So do you think that Machikoro is probably the most played game here?
Oh, nah. That probably goes to Monopoly still, which is a little disappointing. But if that's what people like, then that's what people like. One thing I've learned working here is that everyone has their own tastes. What's fun for me is definitely not fun for a lot of other people. So if you're having fun with whatever game you're playing, then that's what we're here for.
Can you tell us a little bit about working in a board game cafe? What's that like?
It's my calling. I grew up working in cafes. My dad ran a non-profit cafe in the States. So I've always been in service, in hospitality, and making coffee. And I've always just been playing board games as well. Just been raised on it, so it's just where I belong. It's the most fun I can have in hospitality, I think, that anyone can have in hospitality, just because you're around all these games all the time. The environment here is incredibly friendly. The team is just really encouraging and friendly. We play games together every Monday night, so you can learn the rules, but it's mostly just fun.
Now, I've sort of built up a probably what some would consider a too large board game collection for the amount that I'm getting through them. But one game that is in my pile of opportunity / pile of shame is behind us here, Captain Sonar. Can you just quickly try to sell that to my friends so I can finally get a group of 8 people to play? It's team battleship. So you hunt for the other submarine and try to sink it. It's really quite simple. It's if you know Battleship, you can figure it out, and it's very team-based. Yeah. No.
Fun?
Oh, very fun. Yeah.
Please play. Come on. Luke, thank you very much for sort of letting us in and having a look and sort of telling us about the library and the people who play. We're always keen to check it out if you're in Melbourne. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. Please come down.